Okay, so today is A for apple, and we are going to make some apple hand pies. First thing you got to do is get your apples ready, right? So I've got nice green apples here. I took my nice apple core. This is a Pampered Chef product. You may find them some other place as well, but I know you can get them on Pampered Chef. And the nice thing is after you drill the hole in there, then here's what you do is you just got this nice little cord that you pull right out of it. So it's a really neat little tool. If you don't have one, you might contact your Pampered Chef person and see about getting one. If you don't have a Pampered Chef person, let me know. I've got someone I can put you in touch with. So now I've got my apples cut with the hole, and I'm going to slice them into small slices. Let me show you what I'm doing. Hold on a second. I'll turn you down. Hold on. Here we go. There you go. So I cut them in half, and then I just start making the little slices. I'm not a professional chef, so I can't do all that really super fast cutting. But anyhow, you just make them into nice little slices like this. And then I'm dumping them over here in this pot where I've put about 2 tablespoons of butter and a sprinkle of salt. And I'm just letting them saute until they're all nice and tender. And and then I'll be adding a little bit of cinnamon. So let me finish getting these cut real quick. Well, this one on the end still have a little bit of green, so I get to eat that. Yum. Alright, so this all goes right here in the pot. I'm going to bring you over here so you can see what's going on in this pot. So you can see they're just sauteing in that little bit of butter. I've got it on really low heat. And I'm going to probably wind up putting a top on this so it keeps the moisture in, and might have to wind up adding a little bit more butter, but I'll let you know about that in a few minutes. So let me get some cinnamon and sprinkle in here. That's going to make it smell divine. Let's see, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, y'all. That smells like heaven. What is there about cinnamon that just smells so good? Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm just gonna let these simmer until it turns into sort of like a thick applesauce. And that's what, I won't let it get as smushy as applesauce, but we'll get it. The sun is shining in here, making a little smudge here on the screen. All right, so I'll get it all cooked up. I'm just gonna do a shortcut method for the dough. I bought these crescent dough sheets. I'm gonna use that to make the dough that will go around and make the outside the little hand pies. And then we're gonna try cooking them 3 different ways. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, so let me show you how these have cooked down. They really cooked down nice. And you can see they're very tender. And what I did, I tasted mine because they're the green apples. They had a little bit of twang to them. So I added a little bit of sweetener to them. You can add sugar, you could add sweetener, whatever your favorite kind is, honey, whatever you want to do to make your apples a little sweeter. Just taste them and see. You may not think they need any sweetener at all, so that's perfectly fine. So what I did, I just added like equal to about 1 teaspoon per apple, and there were 3 apples in there, so I put 3 little packets of sweetener in there. So what I've done, I hate to tell y'all this, I've been practicing with some of it already. Let me get you up a little higher. I went ahead and cut the dough up. You can see I've got it into little sections over here. And I thought, well, I'll go ahead and practice one, you know, just to see. Well, I'm glad I practiced, because when you try cooking pie dough that's been stuffed with apples in butter, the butter gets turns brown before the dough can even get done. So this is the one that I cooked, and you see the bottom? That happens if you, I mean, I didn't have the fire up hot. It's just that butter cooked longer than it would take to get the dough done. However, I'm telling you what, it still tastes good. You can't go wrong with pie dough and apples anyhow. So, but now I've got some oil cooking over there, and we're gonna fry the next one. So this will be like a fried pie. So I've already stuffed one here. And as soon as that, what I did, I just took a little section of the dough, put some of the apples in it, folded it over, and then went around it with a fork. I'll show you what I'm doing here. I just go around the edge of it with the fork so that it seals it all the way around. There's the apples right there in the center. So as soon as that oil is hot enough, then I'll drop this in there and we'll see how that one turns out. In the meantime, I also cooked one in the air fryer, and it looks pretty good over here. Let me show you that one. Let me get it. It's cooled off a minute. And it actually browned. I cooked it for 8 minutes in the air fryer, and it looks pretty good. So we'll try that one in a minute too. Haven't tasted it yet. But it looks like the dough got done, which is good. I've also got my big oven on, and I've got one ready to go in the big oven at 350. And so, you know, the air fryer was set at 350. They'll be very similar, I think. So let me see how this oil's doing. If it's ready, then I'll put that in. So hold on a second. Okay, y'all. Grease is hot. I'm going to put this other pie in here and let it cook. It's not super hot so that it'll burn, but it is starting to cook. You can see that around the edges. If I get over here closer, maybe you can see. Let me see. Hope you can see that. It's starting to cook around the edges. Might could have been a little bit hotter. Let's see if I can get this camera in a different place for you. Hold on a second. I know I'm swinging you around. Now you can see that. And get golden brown, and I'll take it up. I cooked one a little bit earlier, and the grease was too hot, and so then I let it cool down, and now it's almost too cool. So I'm so sorry. I should have used my thermometer, but you can see that's browning up nicely now. We had a little malfunction with the video, and when I had cooked everything, I thought I was recording, but it wasn't recording, and so we lost that video of me cooking this and also us doing the taste test, which we did. Bob came in and was one of my testers. Oh, there we go. And see, that's golden brown. That is perfect. So we'll let it drain on this paper towel. Be good to sprinkle it with some powdered sugar. But this was the one, after we did the taste test, this is the way that Bob liked it cooked the best, which was fried, of course. You know, Bob just loves anything that's fried. In fact, sometimes This is crazy, but sometimes I can just be heating up the grease for something, and he'll walk in and say, "Ooh, something smells good." That's just Bob. He likes fried food. So, anyhow, that when we did our taste test, we tasted the one that was that I burned in the butter. It was very tasty because it was butter. I mean, even burned butter tastes good. But then we had the one from the air fryer, which was very good. It just wasn't as buttery. That's the only thing. But you could always put some butter on it after you take it out. But of course, the point of cooking in the air fryer is for it to be healthier. So I think that's probably the way I will cook them, is in the air fryer or in the oven. The oven one and the air fryer one tasted almost identical. I think it actually cooked quicker in the oven. You just have to wait for the oven to get heated. And of course, the oven heats the whole house, the kitchen area especially. So the air fryer is good if you want to do it quick. Just make one or two somethings and then not heat up the house. But if you're going to make enough to put on the whole cookie sheet, I'd do it in the oven. But of course, like I said, this was the one that won the taste test. Bob loved it, and I think you will too. But do try it in the air fryer. I cooked in the air fryer at 350 for 8 minutes, and I did put it on a little piece of parchment paper so that it wouldn't stick to my rack in the air fryer. So I've got some leftover here, which I'm going to enjoy just eating at breakfast, maybe with some cereal or toast. And it's very healthy. It's just apples, a little tiny bit of butter in there. So anyhow, A for apple, yay. We finished the A's. Now we'll do the B's tomorrow. See you then.